After a 2 cup competition break, it's back to the Barclays Premier League for Manchester United. Today is Old Trafford versus Sunderland, and back to first team football for the starting 11, if you like. Let's have a look at the table. Chelsea lead the way after 6 games, equal with the surprise club of the form at the moment, Sunderland, who are actually sitting second in the league. Manchester United is currently out of the top 4, but there's still plenty of games left to play. But Manchester United are in for a tough match this afternoon, as along with them, Sunderland have probably, I think that graphs, has only conceded 2 goals all season, leading to them being the best team defensively in the league. David De Gea starts in goal for Louis van Gaal with Darmian, Smalling, Rojo and Shaw. It's the HHS of Henwood, Herrera and Schweinsteiger in the midfield. Valencia and Martial play wings, and Bahia returns to the squad up front. Wayne Rooney only making the bench today. For Sunderland, Pantilimon is in goal with Matthews, Reed, Yunus Kabul, formerly of Tottenham, and Van Aanholt, Birdcut, Rodwell, Johnson, Len and Larson. In midfield, Jermaine Defoe, on loan from the MLS club, is up front for them today. Well, Manchester United coming off some great performances in the most recent games, but most notably that 5-0 thumping of PSV Eindhoven in the Champions League stands out to mind, and the kids really did play well against Fleetwood Town. Even though it was a bit of a struggle, it wasn't as convincing as a lot of Manchester United fans would like, but I'm sure they'll take progression over anything, especially considering the trophyless last 2 seasons they have had. Progression is everything under Louis van Gaal in the most recent years, and that is progress in anybody's book. The names for Manchester United is expectation on them, but in any case, it is all going so far so good. Only 1 loss in the league to Tottenham at the beginning of the season. Everything else has been going swingingly well, so to speak. Marcus Rojo returning to the squad this afternoon. Looks like Chris Smalling in the centre of defence, of course. Rojo has been a bit out of favour with Louis van Gaal recently, but he's back to try and prove his self this afternoon in the infringement against Sunderland, I think. Jermaine Defoe on loan from the MLS. Other people are doing that. Frank Lampard would be most notably in that category. He's on loan at Manchester City, and has since gone back to the MLS club LA Galaxy, where he'll be playing alongside Steven Gerrard, one has to wonder. Unfortunately, Steven Gerrard is not one of those people that I've come across yet, in the back across the pond to play for a while, nevertheless being in the off-season period. Here's Matthews. Okay, that's a good pass, although Larson probably got in the way of the intended target. That's a block by Darmian. It's going to be a corner, I think. Darmian says it was a goal kick, but referee is standing by his original decision, and it's a corner. Sunderland looking to put on the pressure a little early here. And then is easily gathered by David De Gea. Thrown out to Antonio Valencia. There's plenty of space here. He's going to try and play in Berhinho, but fortunately nothing doing. Great idea by Valencia, however. And in that, we had a contender for goal of the season from Aaron Henwood, out of absolutely nowhere and so far out. Aaron Henwood took his chances, and my goodness, he scored an absolute rocket. We'll be hoping as the first of many for their catalyst for the season, no doubt, as he assumes the captain's armband today, as Wayne Rooney only makes the bench. So Louis van Gaal trying something different. Can't fault him for that. Don't want to play too predictably. Against the weaker teams, you can't really take your chances. You need to play unpredictable. Interception by Marcus Rojo. But not the greatest of passes, however. Not sure what happened there, but he's going to immediately try and atone for that error by getting the ball back. The referee has penalised him rather unfairly, really. Henwood showing that work ethic. Unfortunately, the referee has decided to penalise him, thinking it was a foul. I personally think it's a little harsh. Free kick to Sunderland. Out comes De Gea. It's a punch out. Most of it convincing, but it'll do. Good tackle from Bastian Schweinsteiger. The referee is going to let that one go, though. It's strange how he did that. That's a good touch. Now, here comes Berhinio. Been out of position. Through to Herrera. It's a great pass to Aaron Henwood, who scores again. And Aaron Henwood opens his Premier League account for the season. It's wonderful play by Manchester United. The captain for today has scored again. Beautiful play here. Berhinio looked up. He saw Herrera, who played in Henwood. It's a beautiful shot on the turn. And Aaron Henwood is scoring brilliant goals at the moment. Tillerman is unlucky. Aaron Henwood hitting that on the turn. What a beautiful shot. Henwood is oozing confidence. He's a man on such form at the moment. You have to wonder whether Aaron Henwood would be looked at by a few bigger names in the transfer window sooner or later. But I don't think Aaron Henwood would accept that anyway. They'd have to go with something to try and convince him away from his boyhood club. And that takes some doing. And that's very rare these days. Oh, and is that a penalty by Darmian? It's a tussle. Darmian actually gets pushed. No foul given either or. The player is down. It looks like he fell awkwardly, and I have to think Sunderland were probably a bit hard done by there. That might have been a penalty on another day, but then Darmian got pushed, which looked like a foul. And it's all kicking off. Here at Old Trafford, the Sunderland fans feeling a bit aggrieved. Bastian Schweinsteiger. Here's Valencia with the cross into Berhinio, but Reed headers it away for a corner. Well, I have to think that's a foul, but let's have a look at this from Aaron Henwood again. The captain just hitting it on the turn with his right foot. And that's a beauty. Or is that his left foot, actually? You can never really tell from the angles we have on the camera. Valencia with the corner. Aaron Henwood trying to head it into the goal now. It's in the box there. It'll be a foul team, throw to United rather. Valencia. He's got a lot to do, and he's going to be forced out. Good play by Liam Burkett. He's going to throw it out. Oh, and Valencia almost picking that off. Van Holmholt was alert there. He had to be. Otherwise, United could have been in again. Manchester United now up by a goal to nil. And Aaron Henwood scores another beauty. It's not as spectacular as his long-range rocket against PSV, but he'll take it. He opens his Premier League account for the season. He's back to scoring goals. Look at Aaron Henwood showing that work rate again. Unfortunately, he didn't get the ball though. So to play it forward. Len, well kept in by Len. And oh, it's a looping ball, and De Gea is going to gather it in front of Marcus Rojo. It's a bad throw by De Gea though. There's Adam Johnson. Oh, it's greatly turned out Aaron Henwood there. You've got to do that. Quick turns are kind of Aaron Henwood's weakness. His reaction time isn't high. And Johnson being careful not to concede a penalty. And Schweinsteiger hits it away. And Berhinio picks it up. Picked off by Burkett back in. And Adam Johnson's offside. Good play there by Sunderland, even if it really didn't come off very well. It's back in, and Johnson's yards offside. What is he doing there? It's a bad play on Johnson's part, to be honest. Rojo, but headed back in by Len. Market. Goal at the bowling ground, and it's Enin Valencia who scores against Norwich. And, West Ham are a goal up against the newly promoted side. It's a miss hit by Rojo, but here he's going to gather it, and he chooses the safe option this time around. Bastian Schweinsteiger, not the best of touches, but he'll get the ball anyway. Great play by Bastian Schweinsteiger, and now here comes Valencia. Manchester United forward again. Berhinio's in the box. It's headed away. Good defending by Sunderland. A great play by Bastian Schweinsteiger to keep with it. Not give up. It's such a magnificent sight to see Bastian Schweinsteiger in a Manchester United shirt. Many fans would have never dreamed of such a move. But he is on it. In most recent matches, that experience means everything to Manchester United. A lot of these players have played at this level before. In this bigger game, Aaron Henwood is one of them who has. And then there's fantastic play from the kid with such a low-key background, thrown into Manchester United clothes after a game friendly at Plymouth 10 years ago now. And he's been pretty much there forever. And no signs of leaving. No transfer request has ever been set. Oh, that's a good shot there by Jermaine Defoe. To maintain match fitness, he's doing well. It's a good shot. I think it was always going over, and De Gea probably had it covered anyway. David De Gea's not had the best of times since his comeback, but he did keep a clean sheet against PSV. And obviously, the game against Fleetwood Town, Sam Johnston was in goal. Manchester United here having it all their own way. Sunderland are threatening though. I have to feel there's going to be a goal for them at some point. And that performance against PSV was absolutely mind-blowing. Martial with a hat-trick. And a couple of belters. Jermaine Defoe just wide. And Jermaine Defoe is looking threatening right now. It's a good attempt. He hits it on the volley. I don't think it was ever going in. Can't fault him for trying, but I think it was always going to be difficult. In that game against PSV, Martial hat-trick, Young and Aaron Henwood with absolute rockets. PSV were demolished. The next game in the Champions League will be against Helsinki in their group. Make sure, the best of clearance. And De Gea cleans it up. Darmian, and it looks like a foul by Jermaine Defoe. He's probably getting some of his own back for earlier. Great tackle by Marcus Rojo. He had to be alert there. And great bring down by Berahino as well. Chooses not to play to Martial though. Now he does. And this man has been on it, isn't he? He loses the ball there. Sunderland are certainly making a game of it. The chances haven't been as clear-cut. Johnson, a little clip over. Makes it to Rodwell. Jermaine Defoe. And he's being a bit wasteful, isn't he? He needs to start thinking about finding his teammates. Formerly a Tottenham player, Jermaine Defoe, he probably would have buried that in his Tottenham days. Right now, he's not being wasteful, but Sunderland do need to score eventually because Manchester United can be threatening on that break. And here could be an example of it right now. Bastian Schweinsteiger's pass is overhit, however. It's going to be a Sunderland throw. And will take in. Mr. Ball, also formerly of Tottenham, believe it or not. So two former Tottenham teammates, now Sunderland teammates, as we enter the added time. 3 minutes of it. Swinging to Henwood, great pass. Martial, it's going to get picked off on, unfortunately. And Sunderland look to come forward again. Here's Len. Good ball. Back to Len. Rodwell. Rodwell with a touch, and that's a great interception by Aaron Henwood. He's all over the ball today. He's doing all sorts of things. Berahino passes to Bastian Schweinsteiger, who keeps it. He's going to play it forward to Ander Herrera. He's going to cross it in, and Tillerman's going to come out and punch it away. And then we're going for that ball in the final second there. And Manchester United up by a goal to 0. Sunderland have been threatening. Got a fantastic goal from Aaron Henwood, who sent Van Tillerman the wrong way. Is what separates the teams at half time. It's been a very good game here. Manchester United up by a goal to 0. Aaron Henwood is back on the Premier League score sheet.